Hello, everyone, and welcome to what will almost certainly be another in a long series of disasters with me, Amigo, and it's the Friday night disaster stream. We're back, everybody, backed and jacked, ready to rock and roll tonight. I've got another wacky one tonight, everybody. I'm going to tell you a little story before we get this thing started here. It's a story of a man who led me down a path, an expensive path, to pain and suffering, but ultimately, hopefully, to glory. I'm going to hold up an item here you may have heard of. This right here is not a Raspberry Pi 500. This is a Raspberry Pi 400. The 500's hooked up directly in front of me, and I'm not unhooking it for this part of the video. Anyway, I bought this for my brother several years ago as a lovely Christmas gift, and then he never opened it, and ultimately said, "Hey, I'm never going to use this. Take it back." I was like, "Well, okay," and so I did. And then this box has sat on my shelf for many moons, and so I never touched it. It's not because I don't like the Pi. I just didn't really have a use for it or need for it. I had other Pi 400s or Raspberry Pi 4s. So flash forward to Boat Fest when Jack Flack came to town, and he decided that as a sign of friendship and goodwill, he was going to gift me with the fabulous Pi 500. If you listen to his show, you'll know that he ended up getting 3 of these things, and so he passed one of them along to me. And so he told me, he goes, "Here's the problem. The Pi 500 doesn't work with the most, if not all, Pi 5 software. It's got incompatibilities. Incompatibilities, that nasty word." I was like, "Well, I'm sure I'll just leave it sitting there, Flack." But I couldn't help myself. It was sitting right in front of me. I knew it was full of power, 8 gigs of memory, a separate video processor, all this cool stuff. And I was like, it's a waste for me not to use this thing. What would it take to get this thing to rock and roll? And so I thought, well, I'll just download some software for it. Well, he was right. It's not that easy. The incompatibilities built into this thing made it difficult to find a pre-made front end that I could just download and work. Because the days of me doing my own front end are over, brother. Too lazy, too busy. And so I looked and searched, and I found something that I thought might work. The problem was it would require me to get a terabyte SD card, which I did, and found out that after trying to install this on the terabyte SD card, the terabyte SD card was too small. It was they had made this thing just large enough to not fit on this SD card. So I went and got a 1.5 terabyte SD card and stuck that in there, and that did the trick. And lo and behold, what you're going to see this evening are the fruits of the labor of me fooling with this thing all these months since Boat Fest. Now, when you get a Raspberry Pi 500, what do you get with it? Well, by default, you get what's in the box, which is the keyboard, which has the Pi built in, and you get an SD card with an operating system on it that's pretty small, and that's it. What do you not get? Well, if I can grab my beta here. So the 400 and 500 pretty much have the same thing. Number one, you don't get these HDMI converters. These are the minis. You have to get a converter to a proper HDMI. What else do you not get? You don't get the power supply for this thing. And if you know anything about Pis, they're real sensitive about the power supply. So you got to go buy that. So at the end of the day, I don't even want to speculate how much I've got invested into this free Pi 500. But I would wager it's somewhere in the $300 plus range. For this free thing with the fact that I had to buy 2 SD cards. I've got one stashed. I'll get some use out of it, but I'm adding into the total. So this will really and legitimately be the first time that I have fooled with this thing for the most part. I fired it up to make sure my capture device was going to work with it, And that was pretty much as far as I got. I played a game or two, and that was it. So I thought we would kick the tires on this. One of the things I wanted to mention was these things are, these things came out. You know how it is with the internet, everybody. When these things came out, everyone was like, oh, boy. It was on all the big boys covered them. Let's talk about how cool this thing is. It's got, everybody covered the thing. And then it got practically zero coverage after that. Like, you hardly hear anybody talk about this thing anymore. And the amount of people you see gaming on it, I found 2 people that, like, had some sort of front end installed on this, or one that they whipped up themselves, and that's it. So I think this thing did not do that well. I've got this sneaking suspicion. I mean, I'm not just talking for gaming. I'm just talking in general. Just don't think this was that successful a product. I think I can guess why, because one of the big disappointments when this thing came out was, unlike its the little headers that the actual RP5 has, this one has no ability to add NVRAM. And what really pissed people off is there's a spot silkscreen on the board for an NVRAM or NDRAM socket, but they left it blank. They didn't put the circuitry on there. Now, some super geek has populated this thing and gotten it to work, but to me, it's just not worth the hassle. But I think that pretty much drew people out of this thing, and then the incompatibilities sealed the deal. So, with all that said, though, we do have a 1 terabyte SD card build to look through. We just came off looking over a build on my PC, the retro bat on my PC, which I will say I get a lot of use out of that. I've been expounding on it since I did that show. But this does have some stuff that doesn't have on it. And I want to mention that this thing was put together by a fellow named Wolfenoz. This was a special build that you could only get on one torrent site, which I thankfully happen to be a member of. It's called the C3, Cabs, Consoles, and Computers. And the gimmick is supposed to be that this has a ton of computer stuff on it, so we can go in here and try the computery stuff. This is not that old. I think this thing came out. It was I guess late last year, or maybe early this year. It's not that old. And the only reason I even knew about it was I had seen another fellow that I follow who, when he was demonstrating his when he was talking about the Raspberry Pi 500, he mentioned that he had used this, and so that's where I got the idea even to try it. So there you go. So, with all that said, let's kick the tires on this thing and see what we think, everybody. So, I do love these these already completed gimmicks. They're my favorite because I mean, if you look at all that stuff that's on here, it would take a lot of time to line this up. So I want to give a shout out to Wolfenoz for putting in the time. So let's look through what the options are here, and then we'll pick some stuff. And I'm taking requests too. If you're interested to see how far you can take this thing, we'll give it a shot. Of course, you've got the arcade section. You've got light gun games. I will say I don't have my light gun hooked up, but I do have a sitting light gun. You can see they've got some of the stuff split up: vertical arcade, steering wheel. Then these are just amalgamations. They've listed a bunch of things under a certain heading. So let's get to the actual individual machines here. So here we go. Starting off with the Sega CD or the Sega CD 32X. Now this should be a very short list of games. So this is going to have the Sega CD 32. So this, I guess they've included the 32X stuff in here because there are only a couple games on the 32X that also require the Sega CD. Let's try one to see if it works. Let's see if it's here first. And the ones that do require both are not that good. So let's see if we can find one here. I know one of them's like a dinosaur game, and I think one's a zombie game. I'll know them when I see them. I would laugh if they weren't here. I don't see them here, so I'm guessing the ones that require both aren't listed. So I'm assuming this category is sort of mislabeled as Sega CD32X because that's not what that is. Let's move down. Let's keep on trucking. So you've got the 3DO. The Amiga, we're going to try this for sure. I did try one game in here. I tried several games in here, and one of them completely locked up the machine. So, it wasn't a good start, but I did try another one that worked, so we'll try a few. Amstrad, the Apple. Arju Boy, this is something I'm not familiar with. Open source card size gaming board. The Astrocade, 2600, 5200, 7800. The 800, always fun. Links, which we just played the links. If you missed our new show, plug. The Atari Unlimited show, which myself and the Brent have just spun up. Debut episode was last week. It's all over. Please check it out if you haven't. I would love to get some input on it. Of course, the ST, which we just came off of. Thomas Wave, Channel F, the Fairchild Channel F, ColecoVision, C64. We'll definitely try that. We're definitely going to try that. We'll see how that does. Keep in mind that this entire machine's running off of a... oh, thank you, Porthol. I'm glad to see you there, buddy. This thing's running off an SD card, so your mileage better. Here, we're going to definitely try some of these. This is the MS-DOS collection. This is highly touted. We'll see how that goes. You got your Dreamcast. I don't know how far up the scale this thing can run games, so it'll be interesting to see how far up the line we can go. Get the Famicom disc. These are the Final Burn stuff. Game & Watch. Of course, the Game Boy family of games. The Game Gear. The GameCube. This will run GameCube. We'll find out. The GX4000. The Jag. I wonder if they've got any Jag CD stuff in there. Of course, you've got MAME, which sort of is arcade stuff. The Master System. Television. The Sega CD / Mega CD. The Genesis / Mega Drive. Model 3. These are like, I believe these are hacks. Let's look at here. I think that's what, I think these are kind of hacky. We'll try that. MSX, MSX2, Naomi. Again, Naomi, that's pretty advanced. Neo Geo, Neo Pocket Color. N64, those things are always tough to run. The DS, we'll try that for sure. NES Odyssey, Beats of Rage. I hope they've got more. Yeah, they got a goodly selection of those. That'll be fun to try. I don't know what that is. The Othello Multivision. Never seen that. We've got the TurboGrafx and TurboGrafx CD. PlayStation, the PSP. There's some games on the PSP that would give you a run. The Pokemon Mini. I've seen this before, and I don't know what this is. So if someone out there can tell me exactly what that is. It says ports. I guess this is like your Dooms, your Wolfensteins. Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of stuff in here, too. Okay. Oh, Cannonballs. We're never going to try that. The Satellite View. Okay, I don't know what that is. We'll definitely try that, too. Saturn. 100 games. So, the Scum VM, the ST-1000, the Sharp X-68000. I don't know what that is either. Looks like maybe that's some sort of like Mugen for RPGs or something, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. This is another one I don't know. I'm impressed when I don't know things. I've never heard. I don't know what this is either. This I do own. Super Cassette Vision. We'll definitely try that. Media Enhanced. I don't know if these are like these MSU games. Are these like upscaled or so? I don't know what they've done to these. Somebody out there might know. This emulator. This is. I should mention it in case I didn't. This is RetroBat. On the Pi 500. That's what you're looking at in case you came in late. Super Nintendo, the poor, pathetic Super Graphics. The Watara, there it is, Boat. I told you. Watara Supervision. The TIC 80. I don't know that one. I don't know who that guy is. How many games are in here? Man, it's amazing to me how many of these I've never heard of. Vectrix, Virtual Boy, and Wii, Wonder Swan family, and the Specky. And then you get into this situation here where they have the individual categories. So that's some good stuff there. So we've got a lot to choose from. Let's just pick something at random here, just right off the top. Let's start simple. Let's try the Super Cassette Vision. I'm going to pick something here that I've played before. Let's see here. Super Cassette Vision was sort of like the early competitor to the NES in Japan, the Famicom. Now I'm gonna turn the volume up here, and you guys tell me if the volume becomes overwhelming, okay? Because it's hard to judge on this thing. So let's see how it goes here. Hit the select key. Okay, I guess I hit the right one. Hit the okay. Oh, here we go. Now that's nice. So when I hit the select button, it brought up a virtual keypad. That's dandy. I love that. So let's give this a shot. Here we go. Oh, look how good the monitor looks. He looks great. Okay, I've not played this. I thought I have, and I don't think I've had. I would have remembered that. By the way, I'm using tonight. I'm using the sort of jacked up Super Nintendo pad with the analogs. I've been using that here recently. It gets less painful to hold after a while than using the Xbox controller. The Super Cassette Vision. It's funny. Our good buddy Rushi sent me this as a gift years ago, and it's never ran great. It's hard to. It's certainly you can't capture from it, and the video is a little rough to get out of it. But I find that it's got some pretty fun stuff on it the times I've got it to work. So I'm happy to see a nice setup here for that. And bam. The controller's pretty good, Edvin. You know, I like it. It's not. I don't like it as much as the Neo Geo, but it's good. And the Neo Geo doesn't have the analog sticks. And the analog. One thing I've learned about these emulation setups, you really need to provide a joystick that has all the controls that they want. It just makes your life easier. And I mean, that slide comes up quicker than you would think. I'm trying to see where. Here we go. They generally want you to use like an Xbox controller. That seems to be the controller of choice for the emulation setup. Dadgummit. When you say that, Josh, are you wow impressed or wow like you hate it? I can't quite tell. I'm gonna say you hate it, but that's just a guess. Yeah. You know, when I learned to play this game on the Atari 8-bits, and so yeah, I've kind of default back to that. But this seems fine to me. I will say the controllers on the original Super Cassette Vision aren't the worst. I didn't mean to do that. These I will say these slides are killing me here. Shoot, that wasn't the slide's fault. Now, if you guys. I started off with something simple, but I will literally play anything that anyone shouts out. We will try anything because I haven't tried anything hardly. So if you've got something you'd like to see what it looks like on here, I would be more than happy to make you whole and give you what you want. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Yes, here we go. Kiana Sisters. Well, why not? That's a game. It's not bad though. Now, I was wondering how they were going to handle these levels that, like, on the PC, some of the levels require you to hit a number, for example. But this is okay. This is okay. I don't hate this. So we will call this a win. I'm going to try to finish this level, and then win, lose, or draw, we're out the door. This is where it gets a little iffy because we don't have access to a power thing. Gah! Oh, man. If there was any doubt about how I control it, I think that should take care of that. Man, that thing's right on the edge. All right. No, I haven't. Do we have that, JP? I'll look. Oh, I see. Once I'm in the elevator, I can control it. I was wondering about that. Okay. You got to be careful with these sort of jumps right here, but I think we're okay. Yeah. Okay. You can see at the top of the screen there's a timer. Now, see that jump right there? That is going to be a tough jump. I think I'd rather jump up at it than down. Oh, we screwed up. There you go. All right, so I'm going to check off Super Cassette Vision. That's a win. Let's go take care of Edvin's request here. Let me see if I can run up the line here. You get along, you go through the menus pretty quickly with the buttons. Okay, we got this is 1200 here. Now, Great Guyana Sisters, if it doesn't have that, I've noticed in some of these packages that the people that put them together didn't know much about the systems they were inhabiting. So, you'll recall when we did the stream on the Retro Bat build on the PC, they actually had nothing in there but cassettes for the C64. I took care of that, by the way. But yeah, so that was just lack of knowledge about what they were doing, I'd say. So let's see here. Let's see here. There is a lot. Uh-oh, I didn't see it, though. Could it just be under Guyana? That's possible. Let's look just to make sure. Maybe they didn't think this game was good enough. Yep, sorry. No dice. No dice on Guyana Sisters, I'm afraid. That is a no dicer. So I'd call that an oversight, frankly. Okay, let's see if... Okay, we're going to... Well, while we're here, since you don't have to go all the way out and come all the way back, since someone asked about it, because it is sort of... When you load up the Amiga, there's only one game that you default to. If they don't have this, then we're going to have words with Wolfinos. Okay, so T-H-T-I... Holy smokes. Top banana. Let's give this a whirl. Okay. Sorry, Edwin. Oh, yeah. Everyone's favorite theme. Everybody soak it in. It did let me skip it. Here we go. Let's see if we can get in here and actually play it. Oh, yes. Oh, man. It's all coming back to me now. Oh! Oh! Yeah, that's right. You can't get... Oh, good idea, Josh. They should have those does separated, but I did notice you're right there. They did not. Let me shower these things with love. Who thinks I can get off the first level here? There we go. If I'd known I was playing this, I would have worn the shirt. Die. You know, that Perifractic guy who has recently purchased some of the C64 rights. I will say that I did look into purchasing all controlling rights to this game, and you never know. I think there's more of an upside, frankly, than there would be with the C64 stuff. Oh no, I didn't make it. Sorry, everybody. Hey, it can run top banana. What's up, Funk? Let's see if Josh, who's as smart as he is handsome. Let's see if he's on to something here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's see here. He said, oh, hold on. Oh, look at that. Look at you. No. You're a drop-dead handsome man, and you've done it again. Edvin, we're back in business. What's up, Uncle Larry? You'll notice here that they've programmed the analog to be the mouse. I've noticed that's only you have to hit start. I never do that, but I love that screen. That's gold right there. I love that. I always have been a big fan of that. That's the best part of this game, frankly. I've never understood the... Well, I mean, I do understand the appeal of this because of the time it was released. But, like, it's not a game that I enjoy all that much, to be honest with you. But, by God, it works. It's got good tunes. If you live... Hey, what's up, Super Tech Boy? Good to see you, man. Shoot. Come on. So, well, Edmund loves it, by God. I do love the Steam release sequels to this. The Twisted Dreams. I was a big fan of that one. This is... whoa! Oh, see, that's so cheesy. Do you like the C64 version more text? Man, I don't like up for jump on this. I should have used the second button. I've got it. Okay. Beautiful. That makes things a lot easier. As I die instantly. Take off, Edwin! I'm coming to grips with the controls. Alright. They're so floaty. It does have good tunage. Okay, we've learned a lesson here, haven't we? Let's just avoid that entire mess. Anybody out there watching own a copy of this, like a real copy? I know they were taken off the shelves. It'd be interesting to see if anybody actually owned one. I assume they're worth a decent amount of cash these days. Look at this. Jesus. First level. Come on. You don't have it, Edvin. Listen, you're making big money. Get out there and get... I'm sure you can get this thing on the secondary market. Yeah, sorry. There we go. Yeah, you got that right. It's sitting right behind me. Never leaves my side. There we go. Oh, you want me to play it and then you don't want me to cheat? Have you ever heard me speak? Cheating is what I do. Yeah. I'm gonna play until I get killed. I kind of like bypassing almost everything. That makes me... Whoa! I will say having a second button and not using up for jump, that makes a monumental difference. There's your precious shooting. Doesn't even work on that guy. Oh, God. That's impossible. Screw that. I don't know. That game's no good. Sorry, bad times. Never been a fan of that one. Let's go back to the requests. I believe someone asked about a Dreamcast game. Let me see where I'm at here. Let's see here. Whoever that was, if you'll repeat your request, I will get to it. Saturn. That's a good idea. We haven't tried Saturn yet. Let's get down there to that. So that anyway, that ran pretty good. By the way, any glitching you're going to see is going to be the capture on this stuff. My capture thing, it's good. It's not the best, and so you're going to get a little bit of glitching now and again. You're asking Chat GPT. That's it, JP. Okay, I will try that one next. Let's see here. If this isn't here, then we'll try that one right now. I don't see it here. I know that game, but it does not appear to be a part of what's here now, I'm afraid. So, but we're already here. Does anybody want to see a Saturn game that we can play? Let's try. I mean, while we're here, Saturn had a lot of good fighting games. I will say that. Yeah, sorry, dude. Hey, now, of course, things can be added. It's just this is the default. Okay? Die Hard Arcade. Surely they've got that one. I thought they'd have that one, too. Okay. This is a strange game. This should tax the system nicely, though. Does anybody out there have one of these Pi 500s? And if you do, what have you done with it? Be interested to see how this handles this. I will say these little devices are pretty remarkable for what they'll handle. But, you know, if you think back, you'd be surprised what a lower-end PC could run, that emulated-wise. I mean, a lot of people don't realize how capable, even like, I mean, when I started emulating stuff, it was during the, Pentium 2-ish era, maybe a little bit earlier. No, it was actually, it had to be, let me see, the first time I ever saw anything was a Game Boy. It would have been that, that's about right. So, I mean, you'd be surprised what you could get away with. Let's try that. It seems to be running okay. Man. Yeah, the Pi 5 is very capable. I wish this thing wasn't hamstrung in certain ways. Oh, that's actually running pretty good. I don't know what I just did. What did I do? Oh, that's awesome. Cutscene. I haven't played this for quite a while, I have to say. What are you laughing at? You're going into that fan. Man, these guys are... Yeah, there's no way they're wearing bulletproof vests. Oh. Yeah, laugh now. Laugh now. Oh, God! This chick's bulletproof. No! Oh! And the bridge, which is utterly pointless outside of wrestling. That's just show it off. That's good stuff right there. You know, Happy or Porthol. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure there's much work being done on getting the. I mean, I would not be surprised if eventually it becomes available. But I just don't think there's that much interest. I really, sincerely, I was stunned. I was stunned looking for information on what had been done recently on the Pi 500. I mean, it was very little out there about it, and there are very few people talking about it. And like I said, I don't just mean in the gaming world. I just mean in general. It's just I was surprised so few people cared. I think when they I've got a feeling that when they didn't install that, have the availability of that NVRAM, I think that was going to be a very big selling point. I love how these people just randomly carry around a giant, like, a shoulder-based missile launcher. You'd blow the whole... Give me that. Stop playing with that. Give me this. Yeah. Anybody else want some? You? You'd think that soup, but I looked on there, and you try to find a single one that says it's a Pi 500 compatible sweet. I could not find one single one. Even this one didn't say that. And Flack bought a lot of, or tried a lot of these, and they did not work. A majority of them did not work. All right, that works. That's dandy. Okay, let's back up here a little bit. And we're going to go to, where was it here? JP asked for, hold on a second, Dynamite Tech. Well, we'll see if we got it. Have a backup ready in case we don't have that one. So let's try the Naomi. Okay. It will probably have it because it's probably got everything. Well, Dynamite Baseball. That's what we got. You may be boned. Oh, duh. So we just tried it. I got you. Well, while we're here, anybody want to see anything on the Naomi? What's up, Adam? Any requests on the Naomi? I'm just going to pick. I know most of these games. Ikaruga, I played that a ton. I suck at it, but I played it. Of course, the Marvel vs. Capcom. Hey, what's up, Brock? It's good to see you, man. Gosh, the arcade version of Monkey Ball. Man, you don't see that often. Crazy Taxi. Well, the problem about, you know what happens when I turn that on? Yeah, 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 yeah. And then YouTube comes to kill me. Let's try something nobody's heard of. Like, look at these. Well, those don't look that good. What? I don't know what the heck that is. Sega Strike Fighter. Let's try that. It's funny, Brock. It censored you for saying candy. That's the strangest thing. Yeah, I'm right there with you on that. All right, here we go. Let's try that. I've never heard of this. The Naomi, for those that, and you guys are a smart bunch, I'm sure you know this already, but the Naomi was the arcade version of the Dreamcast. I mean, effectively, it was a Dreamcast specifically built to be an arcade machine. I actually owned one of these briefly when we bought we bought a WWF game. Horrible one, I might add. But there you go.
I'm Daniel, your instructor.
That's Dave. He's really full of personality. Hey, thank you, Mr. Grumpy New Man. As a fellow Grump, I appreciate that. And as the brother of the king of the Grumps, he'll be quite happy to see that. We don't need any help. Let's go.
Move the body of the fighter. Follow the marker.
Oh my God. What? Pa?
No. What are you doing?
Duh.
Forget it. Now the next step.
Forget.
Now,
Can you say forget it?
first, tilt the control stick to the right.
Uh-huh.
Tilt the body of the fighter. Next, pull the control stick towards you to make the turn. Follow these instructions, and you'll be able to make smooth.
Here we go.
Good. Now pull the control stick to make the turn.
Ah!
Good. Well done.
Yeah, that is great. Don't worry about that part. Oh, you botched the landing training?
The marker is your target.
Okay.
Get close to the target, and you'll be able to lock on.
And this is pretty advanced for an arcade machine.
Fire the missile immediately when locked on.
All right, we don't care about that. Let's go.
Get close to the target. Lock on and fire.
That's all you need to do to know how to fly. Oh, come on.
Gun training. Get close to the enemy as in the missile training. But unlike the missile, the gun will not be guided. And the
Yeah. We're not stupid. We played games.
close to the target. Aim at the target and pull the trigger. That's a clean kill.
There we go.
That is the
Yeah, I
end
can turn the
of
sound up. No problem.
Next is practical training.
There you go. Yeah.
From here, the training will be based on actual battle situations.
This arcade game
Remember
feels like a
what you
job.
learned, and you'll do fine. Good luck. Flight training. Green-colored areas will appear ahead. Fly through all areas within the time limit.
Okay. So this is like Superman 64. Got it. This is Brock's. What we're using here is a Raspberry Pi 500 version, which is difficult to obtain, I might add, and even more difficult to install. But yeah, that's what we're trying it out tonight. Where is that other thing? Oh no, oh no! I think we can do it. Yeah.
Good. Well done. Next.
Yeah.
Missile attack. Destroy the target using missiles only.
Okay. Can you imagine doing this over a major city? That would be awesome.
Good. Well done.
Nice. This is not bad. Hey, what's up, Centauro?
Training.
Welcome in,
Destroy
man.
the target using guns only.
You can't see it here, but sitting in front of me is a Pi 500. We're kicking the tires on this thing. I forgot I didn't hear what he said. Shoot these things with guns. All right. You know, for not having any like of the controls from the arcade, this actually controls quite nice. They've done a good job mapping it up. Yeah.
Well done. That is the end of all training.
Now can I play the game, sir? Listen, it's training. It's training. It's training. We're running it on this, except the newer version. That's what we're using. It's all in this.
Step away from becoming a qualified pilot. Keep it up.
How much money does this game cost? One would wonder. Oh, listen to that. It died a little bit. That's the first time I've heard it slow down. Oh, what the hell? That's the game. Wait a minute.
Game over.
Training to drive a jet. The game. At least I'm number one. Hey, with the exception of that tiny little bit of slowdown when I put my initials in, that went pretty well. Wesley. My middle name is Wesley, in case you're wondering. All right. Let's move along here. We'll turn this back down a little bit. Whatever you shouted out before, shout it out again, because I can't remember nothing. Somebody asked for... Oh, boy. Somebody asked for something, but I don't remember what it was. So if you ask for something, just yell it out again. Yeah, this is... Road Rash. That's it. This is I believe this came out either early this year or very late last year. I think 3DO was right at the beginning. I think I passed it. There it is. I've got a 3DO. I need to get one of the drive replacements done on it. I mean, the drive works, but I'm paranoid. Okay, we'll do that RoboCop next, Super. So let's see if they've got Road Rash here, everybody. I'm sure they do. It's a goodly amount of games here. Road Rash. May have to kill the volume on this one if it starts playing tunes. You know how that goes. That's okay, Super. Get some rest, dude. I tried to go on as early as I could. I know it's late over there. I think the most modern format would be maybe Dreamcast. Which came out later? Dreamcast, PSP, maybe the DS. Oh, the Wii. The Wii would be the most modern one. I'm going to turn this down because this thing's already got me in trouble before, these tunes on this one. I do love this opening. I was wondering how it would run the the video and stuff, and it seems to be running it pretty well. It says it'll run the Wii, Centauro. I guess we'll find out. Have a good night, Super. Let's go ahead and get this party going here. I actually owned this game. It came with my 3DO, so legally, I should be allowed to play it with full audio. We'll get hosed on that. All right. I think it's agreed that this is one of the better versions of this game. This came out when the 3DO was still considered a big time player in console wars. But let's see here. We want that's what we want right there. Let's do the city. All right. I'm gonna turn the volume up. Yeah, we'll try some new stuff after this one. We'll give that a whirl. Here we go. I don't know what the controls are here, but I'll figure them out. There we go. Well, I know the ones I need. Accelerate and punch, brother. All right, this looks good. Running good. Oh! Man. I remember when this game was quite a revelation. Another one, I was like, man, this is impressive. The 3DO, I don't know how many of you guys were around whenever it released. Probably some of you. But, like, this was sort of like America's, at the time, it's going to sound silly, but this is sort of like America's Neo Geo. It was a super expensive machine that no one could afford. And everybody talked about how great the games and stuff were going to be. It was the guy that, Trip Hawkins is the guy that made it, so it was like it had that, the smell of success attached to it. Unfortunately, much like the Jag had no one. I don't think anybody was really thinking the Jag was going to be a huge deal, but this was going to be the big deal, and it was so expensive. And so when it came out to, I would say, lackluster reviews, and the game library was underwhelming, it lost a lot of momentum, and the price was insane, for back in those days. And I mean, it's funny. It's sort of been rediscovered in the past few years, and I mean, you could do a lot. It was a fully competent machine. They made some interesting choices on it, particularly the daisy chaining of the controllers. I never really wrapped my head around that one. But, I mean, they had their reasons. They didn't have all those wires sticking out. It reminds me of the 5200 with the RF modulator that also was hooked to the machine's power. Like, that may have seemed like a good idea, but it's a scary, creepy idea. I'm pleased with the way this is running, though. I don't see any... I think so far everything's ran perfectly on this thing. I got a good run going here. Knock on wood. Oh! I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said anything. Get over there, you idiot. Now you've got to... Oh, no! I'm being killed left and right. Go, go, go! Where's the daggum bike? Oh, man. All these geeks passed me. I got to pass them all again. I think I can do it. Here we go. I got to at least finish the top 3. Oh, that could have been deadly. That guy was playing dirty pool right there. Dadgummit. I think that I would say this is probably the best version of this. What do you guys think of a better version than this one? I mean, the PlayStation got a version of this, I believe. Did that guy pass me? No. Nice. With that, I had screwed up one time, everybody. Hey, what's up, Twisted? Twisted Mint that 42, man. Good to see ya. Yeah. Okay. That worked. Now we want to try a high-end system here. Someone asked what the newest system this thing ran was, so we're gonna try something on the Wii. And then we're gonna. Someone did request an Amstrad game. I want to make sure I don't miss that because, listen, you don't not play Amstrad. There it is. Was it RoboCop 2? I think it was RoboCop. So there you go. Yeah. Pff, are you nuts? Okay, let's play some Amstrad. Okay. We can turn the volume back up on this. I don't think it's really sound effects are getting me in trouble in this one. Just Dance. What are you trying to do to me? Holy crap. That doesn't look right. There we go. What the hell? Okay. Man, this is really moving. But what kind of house? You know, if people are stuck in this place, they're screwed. What? You know, the funny thing is, I can't tell if that's a glitch or that's just the way the GX worked. Oh! Oh, no! You know how difficult that is to time? My God! Yeah, that is a good point. How come he hasn't been jumping all the other times I've played these games? Okay. I'm not getting sad. I'm not getting upset. Yeah, it's easier said than done, Happy. How many Robocops do I get in this game? Who here has an Amstrad GX 4000, the old consoleized Amstrad? It's funny, I did this on my first try. Well, I've had enough of that. It works. I think that, I think Soup requested that, and he's gone. So, Soup, if you watch this back, I suffered for you, my friend. I suffered mightily. Okay, let's try the Wii. Let's see if we can get to work on the Wii. It could just have some virtual console. No. Well, wait a minute. That's a real game. Okay. Well. Let's try this one. This is a cool fighting game. It's got the guys from G-Force in it, too. Oh, did not work. That didn't work. So here's what we're going to do. Here's a little tidbit. Hold down the button. You go down here to System Advanced Options. So we're going to try a different emulator. Let's try that. Okay, something's happening. Seems like we would have gotten some action by now. Oh, hold the phone. We got some action. We got some action. Okay. Let's see if this thing works. All right. Okay. We might build into something here. So, just to reiterate what I did there, when you play these games, if you hold the start button down, or your whatever button you choose with, if you hold it down, you'll get to go to that menu. And so that's where I went. Okay, we're going to try to figure the button situation out here. All right. If you're not familiar with this game, this was a combination of the Capcom characters with a art house, an animation studio in Japan. Amongst the, I mean, you may not recognize a lot of these characters, but if you are a old school anime fan, you'll remember a show over here that was called Battle of the Planet, or Battle Beyond the Planets, I think it was called. But it was the guys from G-Force were in here. And I like the fat guy. I'm going to see if we can find him. Because, you know, it's good to see a fat guy repping. I don't see him in here, though. I think he had the green outfit. We'll play the chick, though. Heck, I'm always down. Oh, we get 2 characters? We'll play the guy, too. Oh, no, we're fighting the rats. That's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. My problem with this game is when I got it for the Wii, is like I didn't have anything but a Wii controller, and so this sucked on the Wii controller, everybody. Tell you that right now. Those are strong words, Happy. I've never seen Team Gotchamon. Okay, it looks like there's a little bit of loading going on here. Sometimes once you load in all the crap, it runs fine. I'd wager this will be what this is going to... Because every time I try a new move, it hesitates. Yeah! Aw. I'm going to try that again here in a minute. We'll see if it takes as long. I'd wager that's what's going on. Usually once you play these more than once, they're pretty much good to go. I will say, all the buttons on my stick seem to be working fine. So, looks like they mapped these out quite nicely. This is a beautiful game. It didn't get played that much because I think this was a. Now this, they may have this out on the Switch, but I mean it was a Wii exclusive. I don't know if it ever got. Anybody know if this got moved over to the Wii U or anything? Science Ninja Team Gotchaman is the name of the group. Well, that's not that good either. Let's see if I can switch guys. There we go. Oh, nope. I could get him to cheat. Oh, yeah. I would say this is probably one of the more advanced Wii games that, like I said, once it loaded up, it seems to be working okay. Oh, yeah. I like the screen shattering gimmick. That's kind of cool. Really? So they must have had, there might be rights issues or something that kept this on the Wii. 'Cause this is one you would think, because I know the fans would have liked to have seen this one moved. That didn't work. Time to get rid of this geek. There we go. Well, there's some stuttering, obviously, but I think... Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Yeah! Not bad, everybody. I call that a winner. Hey, so, yes, to a certain degree, this thing will run the Wii. Not bad. What's another powerful system we could try on it? Let's move up the line here. I do like stretching the limits of this thing. Let's try something on the PSP. F-Zero on okay. That's fine. GameCube. Okay. Let's see if I can find it here. Is there GameCube? I don't remember saying that one. Is there GameCube on here? Let's make sure. I don't remember there being GameCube, but oh, there. I'll be darned. There it is. You got a better memory than I do, pal. Okay. F-Zero. Oh man, they got the Burnouts. I love those games. You know, you can negotiate the menus this pretty well, too. Imagine how nice this would have been if they'd put that NV, you know, if they'd put that, that didn't work. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing we did last time. We'll hold the button down. Go down here to advanced game options. Same exact emulator. And we'll see if that one works. Why would you do that to yourself, Adam? All right. So clearly on the Dolphin and Wii family, you want to switch to the libretto. We'll see how this thing runs. It's odd that that would be the default, though, JP. All right, this looks like it's running a little bit clunkaroo to me. You're asking a lot. Let's get in here and see what we can do, though. Let's see here. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I wonder, now, you know, you could, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to pop out of this. I wonder if there's a menu option to overclock. Let's have a look. It's on high performance. Let's see here. Everything's turned off on that, so let's see here. I'm assuming Vulkan is the way to go on that. There's where you can set that. Yeah. I don't see anything that's going to make... I was hoping there'd be like an overclocking option. Well, let's try running it and see what it does. Okay. Maybe like the Wii, once you get loaded in there, you can get some action. You know, one thing they never did was make a that actually looks like that looked better right there. That did. They never made a 16 gig version of the keyboard. I don't know how much of a difference it would have made, but one does wonder. Let's just try that. Let's try Casino Palace. Give that one a whirl. I usually pick the car that's the easiest for me to keep my eye on. So we'll go with this yellow mobile. The Golden Fox. Look at this guy. It's like a futuristic Southern dandy. He's got the kerchief. Okay, this will be an easier way to run it. I didn't put any bad guys on there. Again. This is the PI 500. Someone can look up the specs. I don't have them in front of me for it. It's the 8 gig version, the only version they released. So everything you're seeing is running on one of those little keyboards. It's actually quite remarkable if you think about it. And we're off. Oh, crap. I didn't want to do that. Oh, no. Okay, I see a... I can't control the ship. I've got no control. So it looks like their controls are got to be set up on this one. That's odd. What an odd... And the funny thing is, all these things do... All the buttons on this thing do something. Yeah, I can't actually move. I've got brakes. I can change the view of the craft. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a shame because it's actually running pretty well. So that one, you'll probably have to go in there and edit the controls. The funny thing is on it. Let me see if there's a way I can do anything here. The funny thing is all the controls are actually doing stuff. I'm going to exit back to the menu here. Maybe they'll let us have a different control setup and I can get one to work. Well, the analog control is configured from my aspect of it. So you're probably going to have to get into the emulator proper and change it. Customize, let's see here. So, we're going to change that. If we can. There we go. And we'll adjust the view with something else. There we go. We'll give this a whirl here. You probably hear my cat over there meowing. He desperately wants in the room. Sorry, Snowball, you have to wait. Try this again. You can hear that audio broke up a little bit right there. So it's definitely... I would bet my bottom dollar there's a way to overclock. It'd be nice if you could overclock certain games. I think I could on my other Pi. But this one I'm not as familiar with the setup. Guess what? I still can't control it. Or maybe I can. Hold on. I just can't see what I'm doing. God. I mean, this actually is doing better than I thought it would. So this is one where you're going to have to literally just go in there and actually set the controller up. But I think you got something there. I think it played that okay. Again, given what we've got to work with, I thought that was pretty good. Now let's try PSP. I want to try one of those bad boys out. Anybody got a favorite game on the PSP? Hey, I wonder if it's got that Japanese game I played. I love that. The school fighting one. Let's see here. Tekken. I want to try something that really taxes the system. What is that God of War game? It's God of War, right? Isn't that what that's called? Isn't that supposed to be a real tough one to run? Let's give that one a whirl. See if they've got that one. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know which one of these came first. Let's see. Ghost of Sparta. Let's try this one. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Okay, that one ran. I'll try both those, y'all. Let me fit this thing to the screen a little bit better. Okay. Let's just get in here and see. I've never played this game before, but it already seems like it's slow to me.
Suffering for years, Kratos, the once great general, now known as the Ghost of Sparta.
Yeah. Enough.
As a champion to the gods of Olympus. In return, he hoped only to.
So I can't skip this. I've just got to sit here and watch it. Why do they do that? It's something that's always bothered me. Everything should be skippable.
But for now, his only respite, his only relief from the sins of his past, was found in the heat of battle.
Yeah. Jeez.
And on this day, Kratos had been called upon by
If anyone's played this before, you'll let me know if this looks like it's running it correctly. To me, this looks like it's pretty slow. Okay. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Here comes some geeks. Who would charge this guy? Here we go. Uh-huh. Got it. Whatever. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, this seems pretty good.
I must return fire.
Uh-huh. Wow, subtle hint. You hose head. Okay, we're gonna try to find the correct button here to make this thing work. Pull down to fire. Oh, jeez! I thought I did this already. You stupid jerk! I see. I took all that time to figure it out, and these guys come up here, these geeks come up and screw me over. There we go. I should get it this time. Yeah. It could be streaming off those that card. You know, Santaro. It's just this is like a beat 'em up. It's okay. I mean, I kind of like this kind of thing. I'm surprised actually. I didn't think this would run as well as it is. Oh, jeez. Really? Holy smokes! Oh! Oh! My God! That is the stupidest thing. Uh-huh. Evade. Oh! I think I can take him. Initiate the mini game. I wish I knew. The problem with that, using the joystick that's not a PlayStation controller is I don't know which button O is. Oh! I don't evade much either. You may have noticed that. All right, enough of this. It works. I'm going to call that a win. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right. Let's move along here. You guys... Oh, someone wanted to see Ghosts and Goblins. While we're here, let's give that one a whirl. If they have it. I didn't know if I... That's Ghostbusters. Yeah. I don't know if it's here. So, they do not have... I'm afraid, I'm sorry to say, they don't have Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball on here. You did... But they... We'll see if they can... Sorry about that huge glitch here. Let me... I'll spare you for a minute here. Okay, I'm looking for it. You'd think it would be in alphabetical order. Let me go all the way back up here. Okay. So is it Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts? Is that what I'm looking for? Or does it have another name? Because I'm in the G's, and I don't see it. Oh, it's super something? Well, that would be different then, wouldn't it? Let's try that. Yep, I found it. I found it. All right, let's give this a whirl. You guys are suggesting some good stuff because, like I said, a lot of these I'm not that familiar with, so it's good to know some interesting stuff to try out too. Hey, they may have it on Dreamcast or I mean on PlayStation. JP, we'll look there. Demon Realm, yada yada. My God, how hard is this game? I can't even imagine. Shoot, hold on a second. I'll take care of the screen here. There we go. Oh, this looks nice. Oh, okay. We probably should have done that. Oh, God. Man, I'm off to a bad start. Okay. I got it now. I didn't know the controls. Oh, God. Right in the middle of it? You can't shoot diagonally? That's a bummer. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Man, this is a lot more hectic than and that's saying something. Dadgummit. Screw this. Oh crap. I know what that did. Oh, God. It made me mini-sized. Can I jump that far? Yes. No. Oh, my God. I thought I was boned for sure. This is already the furthest I've ever gotten in one of these games. Oh, God! I'm impressed with the PSP's abilities, though. I mean, really am. Oh, God! Now I'm huge. No, no, no! Like, how can you navigate your way through this mess? Christ! Oh, red suit. Yeah! I've got 2 PSPs. But I never get to play it. I usually play emulation stuff on, if I'm honest. Or pinball. I played a lot of pinball on it. That ain't good. Oh, God! Oh, stupid hand. I didn't even see that stupid thing. Isn't the boss enough? Can I just leave? No. The hands come after you? That's dirty pool. Let go! Oh, God! Fire! Oh, God! What is that? Oh, no! Oh, God! Jeez. Jeez. Yes! God. Well, there you go. The Vita was newer. Oh, so I'm not supposed to go in there, then am I? Well, listen, that's pretty good. I'll give that thing credit. Not bad. Not bad. So PlayStation Portable, I think you're okay on that one. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with that one. I'm gonna look here for you, JP. I can't remember. Did Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball come out on this machine? I can't remember. I know it's on a Dreamcast, right? Let's see here. I used to play the actual Dead or Alive. There's that one, but let's see what's on the Dreamcast. I know I had that on a system. I bet it was the Dreamcast. We haven't tried a Dreamcast. Have we tried a Dreamcast game? I can't remember. We tried a Naomi game. Let's try a Dreamcast game. Oh, we got to try a Daphne game after this. Let's see what we got here. Nope, Dead or Alive 2. So sorry about that. No Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball for you, man. Let's see what they've got here for the Dreamcast. I love the Dreamcast. Lots of good games. We gotta try the Big Daddy here. See how it runs this. The OG Xbox. And this thing doesn't have original Xbox. I knew I had it somewhere, and I do. It's on my original Xbox, which is sitting right in front of me. I've got I think I counted up that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Xboxes. And I've got probably 4 Xbox 360s, at least 4. I may have actually 5. I'm not 100% sure. Don't ask me how I gathered so many. Xbox emulation really has only come into its own recently, so I'll give them credit on that. Skip right past that. It's an all-time classic fighting game here. Although this is the one where I think they went over the top a little bit with the supers. I still love the game, but I mean I think this is the one where they took one step too far, and then everything after this as no doubt they stepped too far. Yeah, I'll have to get in there and cheat. I'm sure there might be some kind of gimmick I could use. I haven't even looked into some of the more oddball documented stuff this thing can do. This is my official team. I will say I'm not a big fan of Cable in the comics, but I like him as a fighter. I'm a big projectile guy. This seems like it's running great, by the way. Yeah. Like, how could you possibly beat this guy? You can't, is the answer. Goodbye. Oh, you scumbag. Anyone that's got a projectile as, like, their default, I always thought that was... Get out of here, dingbat. Let's bring in... Oh, here we go. Oops, wrong buttons. There we go. There's my main man, the capper. I love Cap's super move. It's probably my favorite in the game. Ah, and of course this guy had to stop me. You punk, you'll pay for that. Uh-oh. Oh. That almost went south on me in a big way. There it comes. Yes. Huh. Puh. Oh, you idiot. Get out of here. There we go. What's up, Mr. Chip? I think they only, as far as I know, Chip, they only made an 8 gig version, as far as I know. That ain't good. And there is nothing less than 8. I know they don't make a 16 version. It's possible they made a 4, but I would be surprised, frankly. it's funny because they were asked about the possibility of including that storage on here, and they mentioned that they didn't think it was something that people would be interested in, but clearly they were. Although really, I don't know how much more that would have made people interested in the system than who were interested. I just assumed that. So we'll talk about the system while I'm thinking about it. So I'm going to go back to the main. That works fine, by the way. That worked great. So here I have. Again, this is a Pi 400 right here. These things are pretty much identical externally, except for an addition, which is on the new Pi in this corner right here. There's a power button. Okay. It's literally a keyboard button that turns the power off. Okay, you'd think to yourself, that's great. They finally have put a power button on here, but it's actually dumb. Because it's a key. It's a key. And so it's really easy. These keys can go down really easy. And when you do that, you turn it off. Added bonus, the second you plug it in, it turns on. So what I've got on the Mister, for example, is an inline power button key. I just turn it off like that, and that works so much better. So even though they added a power button, what would have made more sense is a switch in the back of this thing. You can see, like I said, this is just pretty much the exact same thing. So you can see you've got the two like micro HDMIs. See, I wouldn't have done that either. You can't get one full-size HDMI on this because that's just an added expense. You do have the this cover covering the pin connectors, but it's just hard to use. Plus, you can imagine how all the stuff you would have hooked up to the back of this. Like right now, I've got the power, the HDMI, and one joystick. All right. Now, could you Bluetooth a joystick to this thing if you wanted? Yes, you could do that. And that would get rid of one cable. But one thing I've noticed is when you have an HDMI cable, you're going to have two cables hooked into this thing. You're going to have an HDMI cable. You're going to have a power cable. So the rest of the wireless doesn't mean that much. I mean, it's not like you could take this thing and use it like a keyboard in your lap. You can't. And so one would wonder what the use cases for this thing are, frankly. Yeah. So, I mean, you may be right. By the way, good to see there, Zebra. But what I'm saying is, they added it. And I guess it's sort of good. But to me, it doesn't seem that great, frankly. I don't see. And then, like I said, the HDMI is a letdown. The lack of storage is a huge letdown. That was they dropped the ball in that one, in my opinion. I'm going to try one more of these, something a lot faster than that. But I mean, with all that said, it's clearly a competent system, because here we are. We've played a lot of stuff on it. That's some good stuff, so I can't complain. I can. Well, I don't see surely they would not have put San Francisco Rush in here. I can't believe they would do, but that would be a huge oversight. But I don't see it. That makes me wonder if we could actually run it. Because if you haven't played Rush 2049 on here, it's an all-timer. And I don't see it. Here's a game. I don't have the guns. As far as the gun games go, that's a pretty fun one. Death Crimson OX. I don't know how popular that was in the States, but I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, that's strange. That's strange that they don't have San Francisco Rush in here. I looked under S and I looked under R. Let's make sure I'm not crazy. No, it's not here. That's weird. Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder if Typing of the Dead's on here. That's a real good question. We're going to try that. I don't see it. They don't have that on here either. So clearly there's room for expansion on here if you wanted to add some stuff. They do have 18-Wheeler, which is a great game. If you haven't played that one. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that would really tax the system. Confidential mission's a lot of fun. Let's try a 355 challenge. Yeah. Yeah, you could also run Windows on it, you know. But I'm talking like, to me, the hardware is fine. I mean, it's not great since it's got incompatibilities, but just the logistics of it. Can you imagine having this thing set up with and use it for kids? They'd be turning this thing on and off every 3 seconds. You know. I'll try that next. We haven't tried an Apple title. It's a good idea, JP. I think what's happened to and by the way, this is not the let's bury the Raspberry Pi Foundation. I've got a lot of respect for the Pi Foundation, and they were way ahead of the game. But what's happened is the mini PC market has caught up to them, and so the sad as it is, but it's true. The Raspberry Pi is not a screaming great deal like it once was. You know, I've got a bunch of mini PCs under the desk that would smoke this thing. Smoke it big time. And it's not the Pi's fault. It's not what it's there for. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's just they got caught up on. I think a lot of people were disappointed in when this thing came out, and even with what they offered in terms of the speed increases and the better heat and everything else, I think people weren't super happy with exactly what they got. Some buttons got to do something here. Steering's working. There we go. Well, I gave them an They've jumped out to an insurmountable lead. Let's see if we can catch them. Yeah. You know, there's always going to be people that don't get as much jack as they want. I mean, you've got video card circuitry in this that's independent, and you've got they upgraded the Wi-Fi, they upgraded the heat. It uses less heat. You know, they added additional headers for mass storage. They did a lot. But like I said, I think part of it is the price went up. These things used to be super cheap, and I mean they still are. All the Pis are available, but the newest Pi, I mean you've got to pay for all the extras. You know, depending on what you're gonna do with it. And when you compare that with a mini PC, I mean, you could absolutely find a mini PC for the same price that will crush this thing, and it is what it is. Now, it doesn't have the GPI headers or any of that stuff on it, so for projects, it's still the king. But if you just want something to tool around on, you're going to be better served with a small PC. I will say, of course, there's other considerations, power considerations. I mean, that's obviously something that you'd want to look at as well, because this thing is a low-power device, you know. So a lot of people use these for your bare metal. I mean, I know there's Chris Edwards got a version of his Amiga out for these keyboards that's supposed to work real well. So, like I said, there's plenty of things to crow about. Yeah, I mean, there you go, JP. It's just, unfortunately, this is the nature of things. You know, there have been a lot of increases in speed and graphical fidelity, so and you know, it's been good. We don't want to do that. So, someone suggested Apple II. Let's head over to. I think I saw Apple up here. Yep, there it is. Apple can be finicky. I'm sure they have there's a how many games this thing? 652 Apple games. And of course, this is the computer's console. So this was made for computers. Do a lot of computer stuff on it. So I guess they load. Oh, we gotta try something for DOS too, which we've yet to try. Gosh, we got so much. Let's give this a whirl, and we'll move over and try DOS game. Let's see here. Are you kidding me? And maybe it's in a Z. Because if you're telling me they put this on here and didn't put Oregon Trail on here, I would be stunned. We need to get rid of that the aspect of this, and I think that's an option you could turn off. Let's see here. The cavern, the guns, the last, Oh my God. Do they not have the Oregon Trail? They do not have the Oregon Trail. I can't believe it. It's a huge oversight. My God. They do have a game based on The Prisoner, which I didn't know that existed. So now I want that. The Prisoner is an all-time classic. If you've never seen the original British version, well, while we're here, we got to try something. Let's see. Let's try something that moves a little bit. You know what we should try is the very first game ever played on the Apple. Well, surely they'll have that. Of course, it's another one of the ones you have to have, which is Choplifter. Here it is. Okay, let's give that one a whirl. It is insane. Again, though, my suspicion is people that put these packages together don't know anything about the machines that they're putting a package together for. And so you get the C64 on cassette. Hey, Portal, thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Have a good evening, and we'll catch you on the flip side, man. All right, let's give this a whirl. All right, we do have controls, and we are mobile here. I think this game really blew me away back in the day. I thought it was so awesome. Whoa! Die, sucker, die. There we go. Get in, boys. Whoop. Oh, man, barely made it that time. We'll come back for those fellas. This is running great. I mean, it's really it controls quite nicely, too. I've got an original Apple gamepad over there. They're not the best. You know, of course, they were... Oh, shoot, the jet's already out? Jeez. I saw one dude over there. You may be boned, sir. Man, I'm having more success than I usually do. Alright, let's keep going. Get in quick. Man, this is crazy, but come on, get in. Oh, they killed that guy. Sorry, dude. Oh, the jet. Oh! See, I always thought the jet was sort of a dirty pool. Well, listen. When you're hostage, you take what you can take. That's the way I look at it. Man, that jet is I will say, having two-button action on this and with the gamepad, this plays... it's amazing how good this is. You know, it's 2025. You know, we've seen it all. We've seen everything. And these games still play great. You know, this is an all-time classic. This is totally playable. You play it right now, have a good time. Maybe I'm just an idiot. That could also be a problem. And I'm no Apple fanboy. Look at this. My God. It's a hotel. Oh! I thought I had time. Well, you're all dead. I'm going to call that a win right there. That's working. That's working good. I want to try... before we get into the doll stuff, because we'll probably be there for a few minutes, we've got to try something on Daphne here. Let's see what they've got on offer. Dragon Slayer 2, Mach 3, okay, Road Blast, Super Don Quixote. So they've got some. They're missing Esches Amarilla. They're missing, let's see here. I don't see, oh, they got Cliffhanger, okay. Let's try Mach 3, because this loads a lot off the CD. That's what Josh, are you my personal troll? How many of those do I need? Well, yeah. I find that the best way to get the youngins involved is to just have them come in while you're playing, and often they'll be like, "Hey, that looks pretty good." Hey, what's up, TSI Matt? This gives you 10 different ways to play this game. This is one of the all-time great laser games. This is one of the ones where they got it right. They actually got this game right. Yeah, we had this at a local Hills to me. I used to play it all the time. It was the cockpit version, too. It was so cool. Here we go. Let's see how well I've got it matched up here. So, I like the bomber mode, but it's the fighter mode's probably more exciting, but I like the bomber mode. So you can see those little blue lights. When you see those, that means there's going to be an aircraft coming, and that's where he's going to be on the screen. You really don't want to let those many get behind you or run into them. Also got good power plant. These missiles suck. These things are difficult to get around. Oh! It's funny when you play the behind the view, the jet fighter from behind, you can actually, when you see targets, they'll be like guns, and if you shoot them out, it actually you get less guns on you, which is fun. It means there are less missiles shot at you. I can't explain to people, because we had sort of to be there, I guess. But I mean, when these games came out, it was the most unbelievable thing you could possibly imagine. I mean, I was just like, you got to be kidding me with these. They're so good. And this is another game. I played this thing a ton back in the arcade. I just thought it was really awesome. And it also was 2 games in 1, which was also cool. You know, if I had to pick my favorite Laserdisc game that's not Dragon's Lair, this would probably be it. I mean, it's playable. I think they've got their optics off a little bit, though. I can't remember if that target's... Yeah, see how the target's moved? It's supposed to be a little bit further out. But there, see, that's weird. That one area, it was right on your nose. That was weird. I don't know why it was like that. Oh. There we go. That worked good. That worked good. Let's try one more, just to say we did it. We'll give this a quick whirl. I want to see how this loads up. I haven't tried adding anything to this. So this is, like I said, this is exactly like you would find in the arcade, when you downloaded it. And this is still available for download. If you look for it, you could find it. And I will say, I've got mine kind of zoomed in on the screen you're looking at, but if you play this in person, it's completely perfectly centered in the whole 9 yards. All right. Oh, look at that. It's got the digital readout at the top. I like that. I liked Ghostbusters. Oh, it's got the... I don't know which button I'm supposed to be hitting, but I just hit them both. Okay, so I figured it out. All right. So far, it feels pretty good. Oh, man. Shoot, I never get that one. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Dirk. Thanks. Thank you. Can't you give me a modicum of credit? I'm getting it done, brother. Oh! Man, that was so fast. You can see the C text for a split second there. Man, it is not giving me the easier boards. There we go. Oh, giddy goons. Oh! That was my fault. I hit the wrong way. Uh-oh. Ha! Little jerks. I can understand that Centauro, but I really enjoy them, and I love the art so much, and I grew up with it. I just love them. I'm obsessed with it. I always have been. Oh man, I'm screwed now. Shit, man, this is a bad. They are really every screen I'm not good at. They've shown. Oh. It works, everybody. It works. It works. That's okay. That ran pretty well. And Mach 3 ran great. Okay. Now we're going into the main event here. Who can tell me a DOS game that they would love to see? Look at all these games. How many games did it say there were? 150 DOS games. Now, when you're emulating DOS, anybody can emulate it. That's for suckers. When you get it right. That's what it means something. So we'll see if they got it right here. Tech War. Of all the things to pick, Picard. The Tech War? I'll see if they've got it. That's an... Nope, no Tech War. Sorry. William Shatner's Tech War? Sorry. Mega Man. Nope, no Mega Man. Try again. Crusader, No Remorse? I suck at that game. Let's see. I can't remember. Was No Regret the first one or No Remorse? Here we go. Hey, I love Shatner as much as anybody. Don't get me wrong. All right, here we go. I'm going to fix the screen here. Let's get that line. Whoops, wrong. Wrong. Let's just switch back over here. There we go. That fits it in quite nicely. Okay, and by the way, that is exactly how it looks on my monitor. So that's pretty much what you get. So, I'm using the analog, what you would use as a mouse. Oh man, it's been a dog's age. I played this bad boy.
You're not supposed to be here.
Tank controls. This seems to be working okay. Okay. Let me put my gun away here. I never could get along with the way this thing scrolls. Oh, man. Try blasting some gas. Okay. That's the first time I've ever been asked to do that in my whole life. I've been waiting this whole time. It seems like this would violently kill me. There you go. Screw you, pal. Sorry. It's been so long. I don't remember how to do anything in this. Listen, if you work for the bad guys, if you ever saw Clerks, they go over this. If you work for the bad guys, you get what you get. Let's shoot the nuclear waste. Come on. Oh. There we go. You need to interact with that lever on the door to the left. Alright. I didn't see a lever or a door to the left. Is this it right here? I've got to figure out how to interact with stuff, too. Oh, God. Man, the controls on this are not my favorite. Let's just say that this works, and try something else that I can actually control. But that seems to work okay. Who else has got one we could try out? What's the most high-end PC DOS game you could think of? I mean, the top of the heap when it comes to DOS. I mean, what's the hardest possible game to run in DOS? To me, it would probably be... Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, that would be Sailor Man. Sailor Man's on the Cocoa boat. It would probably be Screamer. I think, let's see if they've got Screamer on here. They don't have Screamer. I'm just trying to wonder what the limitations are. Let's see if they've got FX Fighter. I didn't think you were still in here, Bode. I'm stunned. You've hung out for a long time. So we can clearly see that they have omitted some of the higher-end offerings. Need for Speed, that could be one. Let's have a look. Oh, whoa. They've got One Must Fall. Well, hold the phone, everybody. I will judge this thing now. I don't think I tried this on here, but I've gotten this, and the other thing I worked on Confused. Oh my God, what have I done? Okay, clearly I made a boo-boo. Let's try that one more time. Okay, the keyboard is working. I think I did try this, now I think about it. I almost always do. Let's see here. Yeah, alright, yeah. Holy smokes! Yeah. Listen, this crushes Fortnite, brother. This is the #1 fighting game on DOS. I said it. That's it. By the way, I'm going to be doing it. At least I'm going to include this in the stream at some point. There's a open source Windows version of this that's out now that is awesome. It's so good. And they've been working on it for years, and I hadn't tried it for a while, but I tried it here recently, and I was very impressed. And it includes additional content, too. That runs fine. So, let's get back to your various requests. Let me scroll back up here. Rise of the Robots. Oh, yeah, Need for Speed. That's where I was going. Let's see if that's on here. And I don't think it is. No Need for Speed. So for 150 games, everything you guys have requested. Quake? I don't think that might be in the ports section. I saw test drives here. It's funny that they've got that WWF game. That's a fairly high-end game. Let's see here. I'm looking to see if they've got Quake in here. I don't know why I went all there. No Quake. Falcon. Oh, man. If they have Falcon, I'm going to suck at it. I can promise you that. Let's see here. I don't see... Nope, I don't see Falcon either. They've got Final Doom. Test Drive 3. Okay. I did play that back in the day. I mean, hey, look, there's the Oregon Trail. Well, at least we found it somewhere. Test Drive 2. That's all they've got is 2. So... Sorry, Boat. There is no Sailor Man. I can't stress that enough. That is not a game that got ported. Duke 3D. I'd wager this stuff's in the ports section. That's why we're not seeing it here. No Duke. Scorched Earth. I saw that from before. If they don't have that, one would wonder. And they don't. They've got Rise of the Triad. Oh, that's the Deluxe Edition, eh? Let's give this a whirl. I know, dude. Oh, Shadow Warrior. That's a good one, too. We'll try that one, too. Okay, we're going to go with... I'm assuming they've got Sound Blaster. Let's go with that. Look at that. The future is now, brother. Yep, we're getting audio. I turned it up a little bit. Oh, the Star Wars games. I think they were in here. Anyone familiar with this one? This is one of my favorites from back in the day. I sucked at it, but it was fun. Man, look at the load on that. Holy smokes. All right. I was wondering how you would control this. Map. So, are we using the keyboard? No. What are we doing here? Okay, I got it. Where are the bad guys? I know I hear them. How do I shoot? Not that way. Okay, the controls in this are bizarre. There we go. This is probably what I'd want to hook the old mouse up to. I mean, I will say it's running quite nicely. These games really do play so much nicer on a with a mouse and keyboard. Of course, you've got the keyboard here, and the keyboard is working. By the way, that's me moving with the keyboard. Hey, what's up, Mountain Stars? Good to see you, man. All right, enough of that. So that one's working. Let's try Shadow Warrior. This is going to be a little bit more of the same, but we'll try it since you requested it. Oh, jeez, dude. I hate memories like that. Yeah, man. You're an old guy. That's why. Okay, so you can see it loading, and there it goes. Oh, man. The scent, you know what I like was the spit.
You no mess with Lo Wang.
Yeah. Don't mess with Lo Wang.
You are tiny grasshopper. Zilla sends his regards, Lo Wang.
Okay.
You no mess with Lo Wang.
This has been set up the same way. Let me get out of map mode. My God.
Zilla sends his regards, Lo Wang.
This is one where you'll probably have to sit around and figure out how you want the controls to go. But I mean, it's playable. And of course, with the keyboard and a mouse, you can pretty much... You should be able to play this how you want. Although, really, keyboard and mouse wasn't the setup back in the day, you know, for these. But you get the idea. I'm going to go over to the ports section real quick and see if some of the things you guys requested is in there. I bet they are. And there's a ton of stuff we haven't tried, and we're not going to get to it tonight. So I can see another round of this. Oh, I definitely want to play Cannonball. So there's Doom 2, Duke. I don't know what that is. What is that? Prince of Persia. Quake. Yeah. So we'll try a couple of these. Let's try Cannonball. I never have... Enormous genitals. I was thinking the same thing, Happy. If you guys have never seen Kentucky Fried Movie, I can't suggest that you watch that enough. What a great movie. Enhanced mode. We want the enhanced mode, yeah. Let's see what we got. Okay. Give us a whirl. Come grab and insert coin. There we go. What's your all's favorite of the tunes? Anybody have a personal preference on the Outrun tunes? Gosh, even I don't know which one I like the best. It's a tough call. Probably not that one. Let's go with Splash Wave.
Get ready.
Okay, here we go. That glitch should clear up. There it goes. Yep. You and me both, Boater. So it's I don't have to even use the gear shift. It's automatic. That's that's an interesting setting. I've never played like that before. This is nice. I see it's glitch. And by the way, on my screen it's fine. What you're seeing there is strictly on the capture. And this is running great. Great. Running like a champ. As it should, to be fair. Although I like the fact that here we are, we're playing the wide. I mean, I've never played a widescreen original Outrun. And it's fabulous. It's fabulous. Yeah, but it's widescreen, Boat. It's also my gear shift is now automatic. They've put additional perks in there, you know, that you didn't get in the arcade. Again, we're at the if it keeps glitching, we'll exit out of this. I don't want to give anybody a conniption here. That's fine. I don't want to subject you guys to the glitching. That's great. The widescreen, very nice. Very, very nice. I don't know what Mr. Boom is either. That's a new one. Oh, it's some sort of like Bomberman. Let's go. Let's try Ultimate Doom. Someone asked about Doom. This is running great. God. Oh, yeah. Man, that is so smooth. I mean, that... I know that seems stupid, but I mean, my God, that's smooth. I don't know what they've done to Ultimate Doom, but man, it plays real nice. I'm trying to see what my shoot button is here, so bear with me. There it is. Man, that is... I don't know what they've done. I guess this Ultimate Doom, they have been... So these are things that may have been tinkered with, and I can tell you right now, this makes a huge difference in just the way it plays. Didn't improve my aim. Yeah, you're seeing this, JP? I mean, yeah. Holy smokes. It's amazing the difference. I'll spin through the first level here. Did you die already? Ah, screw this. There you go. That's nice. Thumbs up to that. Whoever did that, that's good stuff. Gosh, I can't believe how nice that felt. So we could say that works good. I have to say, overall, I've been impressed with this thing's abilities. And who's familiar with this? I've heard of this. I've never played it. Cave Story. I'm sure Duke and stuff will be fine. Let's try Quake. Whoops, wrong button. My bad. Yeah. No, I mean, but the compatibility issues with this thing are well documented. And I mean, I had to say we haven't ran into too many problems. What game machine? Where is that? Happy. Hey, what's up, Upshift? What's up, Shift? I use that every time. There we go. This also feels real good. You can tell a difference between this and that Doom, though, big time. I mean, this looks great, but I mean, you can tell a difference for sure. Oh, I see. Okay. So you want to see some Duke? We can do that. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, of course, you would expect this stuff to work okay, but you never know for sure until you get in there. This actually controls real well, too. They've got the setup on here. Whoa. I didn't know what got me there. All right, that's fine. So we'll try that. I don't know which version of Duke they've got on here. Also, so you're saying it's a whole different build. I thought it was a world here. I thought that's what you were talking about. We do have a lot of different...
Yeah, piece of cake. Duke, we've got a new problem here. This video was shot by an undercover operative.
You know, I used to play Carmageddon with the Army of Darkness sound mod. It made it so much more fun for me. My guy's shooting without me telling him to. I don't know why he's doing that. So that might be a problem. How far can you get with actually shooting anybody? See if I can figure out how to get my gun back out. I may have used all my bullets. I think I did. Get it. Kick it. No, not too far. By the way, this has full rumble support, which is surprising. Surprising. So that works fine. We got time for maybe one more. If there's anything out of all these systems you'd like to see, I mean, good Lord, we barely scratched the surface. If there's anything you could think of that would tickle your fancy, I'm up for it. So throw one out, we'll go off on it, and we'll call it a night. And you could pick from any of these systems to try. Gosh, we didn't even try N64, MSX. There's a ton of these we didn't get. If I don't get a request, I'll just pick something. Myself. We didn't try C64 either. Jeez. Some of this stuff, though, just, you know. Let's try your favorite boat. Let's see what they... Because, I mean, how many games did this have for the... 310 Atari ST games. 310! I had no idea that they made that many. So let's pick one here that I know is not garbage. One thing I do know is I've played a lot of these. Let's see here. Oh, God. How did we not play that boat? Championship Wrestling. God. I'd like to try something I've never heard of. Of course, there's always a downside of that. Fire and Forget 2. That sounds pretty good. Let's try that. Oh, Larry. God, I love that game. That was Tokunder Shooting. Yeah, I know, but I almost... I may have to give that a whirl. It just looks so bad. So you can see there's some disk activity according to the little thing in the corner there. I think that's what that means. We'll give this a second. I don't know. Well, okay, I'll be darned. I can't tell you how many times I've been surprised that something actually came up. And a lot of the stuff that didn't work is just down to like going in and tweaking the controls. That's all there really was to it. So, okay. There's a keyboard. So there's an onboard keyboard right there if you need it. Which is funny considering you've got the actual keyboard. Rendering Ranger. Oh, insert coins. Cute. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to figure out which button it wants me to push. That's demo mode. I think it's loading me up here. One of these buttons has to start the game. Oh my God. I'm doing everything except starting the game. Well, that's really the first game where not only did I not play, but I also failed. That's another one where there may be some fooling with the controls required. Let's try this. I like how you put the part in about your buddy. I find that amusing. Well, I'm gonna blame the emulator on that one, Bode. I'm not gonna. I mean, because the Atari came up, it worked. I've never heard of that game. This emulator is strange. The little signals that come up are like the NA in the corner. You can't really see it on your screen. It says A. There it goes, though. Let's see if we can get this one up and running. This reminds me, Bode, of when we played the ZX out in the arcade. And we'd have like 15 minutes to kill as the game loaded up. And so then we would just talk about garbage. Oh, no! Not that. I'm going to hit the spacebar right now. And see if it bought it. It did buy the actual spacebar. Keeping in mind that this front end was not made for the Pi 500. So, it is interesting how it will detect all the Pi 500 stuff. For example, I used a Bluetooth this tank mouse last night to try. I loaded up Lemmings, all right, because I was like, hey, can I get the mouse to work? And the Pi connected with this, but it would not work in game. And I would wager that's because, look at that. That's probably not good. When you see that on the screen, bombed out. Well, you're right, Bo. Going to the ST was a huge mistake. Let's go play Ranger game on the SNES and call it a night. I couldn't help myself. I wanted to see how it ran that stuff. You know it's not going to have this game that Happy's been wanting, but I'm going to look anyway. Rendering Ranger. I've never heard of that one. Doesn't mean it's not a real game. I've never heard of it. Okay. Oh, no, we're still there. God. Up. Maybe they've got it. They've got a lot of weird stuff here. Well, I got bad news. They do not have Rendering Ranger. So unless it's got another name. Boat, why don't you pick a game to go out on, Boat? Since you're sitting here. Since we don't have Rendering Ranger. I might just pick one right here. In the interest of time. Because we're in our 2.5 hours in. That's well over my usual streaming time. So I'm going to pick one here, and we will try Space Mega Force. Oh, sorry, Boat. You're 2 seconds too late. Space Mega Force. Oh, I caught talks. Turn up the volume on this one. Let's get to it. Yeah. I think any game I play is going to be short. They made Pipe Dreams for the SNES. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Made it start you out with the good stuff at least.
Circle. Multiple shots.
All right. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Oh, God. You can't shoot those things, apparently.
Laser.
Oh, look at that. That looks like blazing lasers type lasers. I'm down with that.
Circle.
This ain't bad. Ah. And I had a good thing going there, too. Man, this game is they really box you in. I had a feeling this would play the Super Nintendo stuff without any issue, and of course, it's just running fine. There's so many Super Nintendo games that I've never heard of that are, I mean, like this right here, and this is not a knock, but it's true, but on the computers of the day, this game I've never heard of on the Super Nintendo would be a top shelf shooter on most systems. I mean, this thing's got a lot of cool options. It looks good. It's got good sound. I'm starting to come into your camp, Boat. I'm gonna be reviled, everybody. Oh, you can't. Oh my God. Oh, that's cool. I love that. You can actually shoot off to the side. What the? Thank you, Macron. I appreciate that, man. It's good to see you, by the way. I didn't know you were in. Oh, I'm out of super bombs. Problem. Oh, yeah.
Laser.
Oh, yeah. I love the weapons in this, too. Real good. Yeah, I mean, it's true, Bode. This is not bad at all. For something I picked out because I thought the name sounded cool. Could use that. And I like the fact that it keeps changing up your weapons, too, so you really don't get bored. I guess if you were trying to keep a certain weapon, it would get irritating, but I mean, I'm sure there's a way to figure it out. I like the fact that you have to blow away the architecture as well. That's kind of neat to get through. I mean, I know that's been done to death, but I like it in this sort of, you don't see it as much in these top-down.
Power shot.
I could see this on a future ARG. Look at that. They've got the Xevious crap in the ground stuff at the bottom. See, I'm controlling those shots. So, like, they're going the way the direction of, so that's cool. Now, I'm not controlling them now. That was one of the powers I got. It lets you control which way the shots went.
Scatter shot.
Oh, look at that. Man, how many different types of bullets have I gotten in 10 minutes? Hey, Resin, I'm glad you're piping up there, brother. Feel free to lurk to your heart's content. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. You know, we're gonna take it to the house here. I think, everybody. That was cool. That ended up being a good game. I kind of like that. What kind of conclusions should we draw from that? And just for my own edification, just so you'll know, here, in fact, is the actual thing hooked up, and you can see all the crap in the back. So that is what we've been playing on. It is remarkable that they could smash something so powerful into such a small area. I really love that. And it works good. Once you find the compatible package. Now, RetroBat is not the most difficult thing to use on DOS. I will say that. So if you're interested, if you look up Wolf and O's, it's on the screen right in front of you there, C3. You'll be able to find this package if you're interested. Now, again, I'm going to mention to you if you missed this earlier. If you decide to go down this road, if you've got a Pi 5, this is a Pi 5 image. Whether you use this on a Pi 5 or on the Pi 500, do not risk a 1 terabyte SD card. You're going to want to get a 1.5. That way you've got a little room to move. 1.5 will work fine. Plus you have plenty of room to add stuff. The 1 is just too... I know there are some out there that will take this package, but it's just... for me, I could not get it to work. And it wasn't just me. Flack had trouble. Again, I also want to thank our good buddy Jack Flack for giving me this lovely gift. I mean, you could get a lot of use out of something like this. If we could get wireless, high quality, zero latency HDMI, and we could get onboard power, we'd be laughing. But as it was, this still does a good job. I'm thinking about putting this in the arcade because I've got a main machine out there that this would sit nicely on. So it's something that's in the back of my head. Anyway, we'll be back next time around with another disaster stream. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I've got a couple ideas. We're probably going to delve back into some classic stuff. But we'll figure it out. But thanks, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate you guys sticking with me all this time. I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good weekend. Tune in Sunday at 6 p.m. We'll be back live, myself and the Brent. And this week, we are doing the Coco Show, Eastern Karate. So if you're into the TRS-80 car computer, we'd love to have you come down and check us out. Or even if you just want to watch a couple goobers hang and bang and watch me make fun of the Brent, that's always a good time. You can do that too. And then me and Bud will be back with Amigos on Friday. Thanks again, everybody. We'll catch you on the flip side. Until then, be seeing you.